sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the Stallions taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Stallions will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina's offense will have the football first. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
And let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this, you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Caught near the sticks. It's Peters. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pucks it out of the air. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Found the seam. What a play there. And he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, we knew this offense wanted to be aggressive in this game plan, and they're doing it right away in the first series, taking a shot down the field. They got the look they wanted, and what a great throw by the quarterback.
They dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. Quarterback keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. The give to the back. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires downfield. Touchdown, South Carolina! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stallions offense will take the field for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Good timing on the quick out. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Stallions send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, the running back has it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
The runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes a grab on the shot. Off to the races. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Stallions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
And he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. South Carolina offense is back on the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's a great job by the defense. understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Jumped on top of the pile.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wide receiver going in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. On the move. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, charged loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Using the quick game. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Now, fourth down.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. They'll run play action. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Rushes on him. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. Quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Flips it out in the flat. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. Picked off. What a way to set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Working on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
They'll run it on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Tight end now in motion. Off play action. Still looking, on the move. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game, too. As complete a win as they've had for some time. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Now, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it a receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you could tell it was the running back.
Breaks into the open. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
The Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Going to try to get it himself. He's past the 30. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Stallions come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they could put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Off the play fake on first down. He's got him. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Stallions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll do it himself. There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Gets the back moving. Lost a throw. He's working against the clock. Gets it to the back. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up the 3 spot before the break. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Are forced to settle for 3. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
3:25.
On the direct snap, it's Peters. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll pull it down and run. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Gamecocks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Handoff from the gun. Breaks the tackle. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Had to throw it before he wanted. And they can't make the play on third down. And the Stallions will try to pin them back with the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Then the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Rides the back on the option, the give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He'll try to do it himself. He's out past the 35. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? We've got this kind of balance on offense. The defense can't be right.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll run this play from the pistol. The play action fake. The throw. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Stallions decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. On the run, it's Dobbs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Take off your helmet and give me a...
The Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Now on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the 2nd half to get back in this game?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Connection to the right. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The run from the shotgun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The Gamecocks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll move the wide receiver. Now on the move. Turning it on. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The give out of the gun. Powers through the defender. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Let's go. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got in the game now, and I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And his first pass is incomplete.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. He'll throw it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Rides the back and leaves it. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Using his feet. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Bowling Green. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Stallions in a good spot here with second and short. Scanning the field, it's Grimes. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. You just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
The Stallions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
And the Stallions line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go to the ground. Bounced off his feet.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
The screen, he's got wheels. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. On the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
He'll pull it on the read. Jukes his way for more. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running to the left. Got enough for the first. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He'll keep it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field. This kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, You know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback on the keeper. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Grimes. He's going to run it. Crosses the 35. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because...
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.